Hello, it's Katie again, and I promised you a Halloween card with the new Pretty Pink Posh set. I have done a little prepping so that it won't take me as long. I have a card base. It's this was an accident, but it's gonna open that way, but it'll be long, wide. And then I cut using the Lawn Fawn frame. I used the second one in, and I cut out of here, and then I'm going to be inking a background onto here. So I will do that part first. I have pre-stamped the little guys from the set. This is the set, and then I have the Happy Halloween from the set mounted and ready to go. It's just such a cute little set. I love it. And so I'll be coloring those in a little bit. I'm going to tape down the back of the card, and I'm just gonna go in. I looked at it, and I'll just I'll go in about half of the tape worth, and that should cover it, the background. And this is the purple tape. I linked in both of my last two videos that I had to split into two because I could not merge them, so I apologize for that. I'm hoping to not ever have to pause that long again. I think that's what happened, is I paused too long to cut out the little images because I didn't have the die set, and my phone just made a whole new file. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to use Distress Oxide inks like I have been lately. I just love how they blend. I'll be using Seedless Preserves, Dusty Concord, and Black Soot. I'm just going to set them up like that, and just kind of go from all edges, really. Kind of blend. The black will probably come in at the end just to make it look a little smoky, but I'll get the purples done first. So that should be good, and then I'll blend this through so that there's no seams. I don't know what else to call them. And then I'll take the black and kind of come in, and then if I hold the frame over it, it's only going to be, you know, that much of it, so I can bring in the black a little bit more. That's good. And then just kind of blend out from the middle to get those circle lines out of there. And then maybe some more of the brighter purple. I think that one is my favorite. That's the, what's this one? Seedless Preserves is the brighter purple of the two. But I can see what this will look like, and that looks pretty cute to me. So I'll put these to the side. Okay, and then peel up the tape from the card base. And again, make sure you don't just kind of rip it from the corner because it may take the paper with it. You want to make sure you don't pull from any super fragile area. Okay, so that will be the card base, and this is going to go over it. I'm putting the sentiment here, so I think I'll just do that now, and then we can stick it down. I'm going to alcohol swab really quick for any ink that got out. Okay, so I'm going to do this in VersaFine and then use clear embossing powder. I just like the look of that lately, as opposed to using clear ink and black embossing powder. So I'll use the embossing Buddy for the static, and then the VersaFine Onyx Black for the sentiment. It's very pigmented. And then, okay. And I need to grab a printer paper. I think that's clear, actually. I have one marked clear. I'm not sure what my big bin is. I really need to use it one of these days and figure it out. So I'll just use the one that says clear to be sure. Make sure I've covered it. Okay, put that back. It's a lot of powder everywhere. Okay, and then we will melt this. Okay, so that looks good, and then I will just stick this down. Use my tape gun. I think that'll be good. I'm wondering if I should lift it up. Let's see. I think I'll lift it up on foam tape instead. So let's do that. Just want to make sure that's dry. And my foam tape is in front of me. I'll trim off the ends of that. Okay. It's just a little bit easier to just tear it sometimes. So I can just lift up the end, make sure I don't cut the paper, and I'm good to go. Alright, so I'll put this down, and then I'll probably prop up the little guys as well, so that they match. This is pretty hard to do because it's kind of sticky. I mean, it's very sticky. That's... Okay, so I'm standing up so that I could see over it. So that's good, and it gives a little shadow inside, so I'll set that aside. And then color these little guys. Now there's embossing powder on them. Okay, so I showed my color process in the last couple videos, which is why it was so long, because I was trying to show you exactly how I color. So I'm probably not going to show all of this. I will do a little bit on the doggy, and then probably pause for the rest of it. I'm sorry that I don't want to edit it and do just a fast forward of coloring, because I just want to do the video and get it up. I do not like editing videos. Maybe someday it will be easy, but right now I don't want to learn it. So I think, I'm trying to think of where that one, and then I'll do red on this one. So this is a pretty dark red. It's the R59. I don't have R89 or 39 or RV69. So I'm kind of going off of the ones I do have. I have R29, which is very different, but if you just go over the darker color, you can kind of turn it into whatever you want. I explained some of the blending in my last video. You can blend almost anything if you want to. And I probably really only need these two. Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, I'll probably do. Okay, and then I have R35 to kind of finish it off and bring it together. Again, just go over all of the color, and you're just kind of making them match manually. And then they look blended or shaded, all of the above. Okay, so looks pretty good. It just looks like he's being, I don't know, he's got a light source on the front of him maybe. So I'm going to do some browns on the puppy, and then my W's, W9, W7, W5 on his little pirate hat. I'll pause while I finish the coloring, and then I will show you die cutting them out with my new Sidekick. I'm very excited. I tested it on a couple of the dies that come with it, and it was hard to hear that first crack on brand new plates because my Big Shot plates are so shot that I don't even notice it anymore. But the crack of a new die, the first die on new plates, is always sad. Anyway, so I will pause, finish coloring, and then I will be back to die cut them out. Okay, so just in case my phone wants to be a butthead again, I'm going to come back for now and show you the little Sidekick. So it's got the little like suction-y thing. If you've ever had a cuddle bug, you know that like pulling down the two flaps suctioned it to the table. So I'm going to turn the little thing, which puts it in there, and you've got two little cutting pads, and you can see the little cuts I made earlier. I'm going to tape down the puppy's die, get some tack off of the tape, center his die, okay, and then just put that right between the two, and you go this way only. There's no like double, unless you feed it through the back, I guess you could do it the other way. But if you go from the front, that is the direction it goes. And then it's cut him out. So it's pretty fun. I just like having a little one that is desk sized and comes up pretty easily as well. So I'm going to finish cutting the other three images, or sorry, coloring, and then I will die cut with a Sidekick again. Okay, I'm going to show you a die cut in between each coloring, just so I'm sure that my phone isn't going to do what it wants to do. So we'll feed the kitty through, and then I will, there we go. And then I'll tell you what I colored him with. And I always do 2 run-throughs on my Big Shot, so I figure I do 2 on this one just to be safe. This tape is still sticky after using it once already. Okay, so I used the C markers on the cat. The let's see, C7, C5, and C3, and C2. So I used 4 of them, and then I used my go-to, I love the purple witch hats, the go-to V17 and V15, and then just 2 greens I grabbed, G17 and G07, and then I used the cotton candy RV52 I'm using for their noses and their ears. So I have him and the doggy, and then I'm going to color these 2, and then I will die cut those out. I've showed you the Sidekick a couple times. I'll just die cut those and then I'll be back and we'll put the card together. Okay, so I decided that I'm going to put the cat and the dog down onto the card. And they're going to be kind of like tucked under, which is why just a little bit. I think maybe there. And then their pumpkins that they're showing off that they carved. I'll be lifting up. Oops. Okay, so the little kitty will be in there. And then I have foam tape. For the little kitty's pumpkin, and I can just cut this on an angle so it doesn't show. So I'm trying to position where those will go. He's showing off his pumpkin, and then the doggy will show off his. I love the dog's pumpkin so much because it is adorable and it's just a paw print. So their pumpkins will be shown there, and then I'm going to use the two bigger stars from the set and maybe the paw prints. I haven't decided. Let's do this. Take that one off. I think we'll do a paw print as well. So I'm going to take the VersaFine black ink. It's a little too late to do like embossing powder because I already have the background there. But I can do black on the purple background. So a star or two. And then, where did I put it? There it is. I'll take a little paw print and put a couple of those. That'll be cute. Okay. Okay, so that will be, let's see, where's my glossy accents? That'll be it for the card other than the glossy accents. I'm going to add to the pumpkins. I like doing that for really any pumpkin with a face, just so it kind of looks like it's glowing. So I just fill it in and kind of circle it around. I have a little bottle with this tip that I got on Amazon, and I squeezed glossy accents into it, and it works pretty well. The cap had a little like connector string, but that ended up not working out, so I just cut it. But this works fine, and it hasn't clogged. My problem with my glossy accents is that they always clog, so I was either, and also like in card classes that's not helpful, I was either cutting off the tips or like having to unclog it with a safety pin every single time. So this works just fine for me. Alright, so that is the card. So that will dry, and then this is embossed. Hopefully you can see some shine there. And that is all. And thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have a couple more videos this Labor Day weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.